I decorate these popular vintage buttercream heart cakes. So this is my buttercream and this is the colour I was going for. It's sort of a nudie, very light peachy colour. So I already had my buttercream and I added a little bit of cocoa powder to it and a tiny bit of Colour Splash strawberry, and then I got the colour that I was going for. This is a 6-inch 3-layer vanilla heart cake, so I filled it with jam and buttercream and then I covered it with my crumb coat of buttercream, just going round with my palette knife and then my scraper to make sure all those crumbs were nicely locked in. I then put it in the fridge for around half an hour to firm up, and then I did a really thick layer of buttercream on the outside. I attached my topper with some edible glue, just a tiny bit, with a thin paintbrush, a food safe brush. This is just a cardboard topper, and then I used my open star nozzle to do some shell piping around the bottom. This shade of buttercream is slightly darker than the main cake, and I just added a tiny bit more cocoa powder to it to get this darker shade. And then I use this drop flower nozzle. This is from Finch Bakery. They don't do it anymore, but a 2D drop flower is very similar. And then I did this slightly different pattern on top of the shell border. I added this rose gold ribbon, but very quickly realised it just wasn't the right shade and it clashed a little bit. So then I added a pale gold ribbon and I was much happier with this one. And then here it is, all finished and ready for delivery. I am so pleased with this. I love the colours together. I love the peachy nude colour with the gold. I just think it's so pretty, and with the cream as well. So that is my 6-inch vanilla buttercream heart cake.